Hey guys, well, let me just turn some lights on so you can see what I'm doing here. You caught me in it. It's crazy. Just 1 second. All right. Well, busy day. See all these pickled eggs? Beautiful, clean. That's the original recipe. That's the heavy dill recipe. That's the soy recipe. Let's see if we can get it soyed up here. Hold on. That's a little some more soyed up. Hey, that's soy recipe. Oh no, that's chili pepper recipe. Dill recipe. Heavy dill recipe. And now we're doing sausage because I got sausage to do today. Oh, but that's not what this video is about. No, and we're got eggs going in here. Pressure cooking eggs. If you want to know, let me know. I'll throw it out there. But I got eggs to do, sausage to do, and this to do here. Okay, well, just come along with me for this little trip while I do this, okay? So, what this video is actually about is making breakfast sausage. But I got to get all this other stuff on the go before I can get to that. So, it's a fact of let's get it going. Till it's going. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, it's going to be one of the multiple. This is going to be the Day of Todd canning video, I guess. Okay, what I'm doing now is that is just my basic brine recipe, which is 2 parts vinegar, 1 part, 2 parts vinegar, 1 part water, and 1/4 cup of sugar to every unit. So it would be like 1 cup of water, 2 cups of vinegar, 1/4 cup of sugar, right? Okay, so, and what I'm doing here is we're going to get these guys canning because, and I'm just water bath canning these guys because they're already cooked, right? So I'm not worried about pressure canning. And they seem to seal pretty well, especially in this little guy. Like they just like this and it likes them. I'm going to go with it. So right now I've got salami and summer sausage. And that's what I'm canning here today. I'm doing these little jars for my friend Kathy and Karen. I can remember which one's which. Whoa, that's warm. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. So, hope things are going well for you guys this week. I've been, let's say, a little bit busy. But that's okay. I like busy weeks. Just one, guys. Just give me one. There we go. Come on. Not all three. One. There's one. And this season, I'm going hellbent for election because I'm trying to, as you remember, I'm trying to clean out my freezers. Well, let's just say they got filled up again. I fell into about 400 dozen eggs. That's right, 400 dozen eggs. Hence the reason all those pickled eggs. Tons of sausage, like the pre-made sausage. Oh, I didn't put the dill spice in there. See, this is where my brain is farting. Okay, those ones are not going to be very dilly. These ones will be dillier. And where's my little teaspoon? It's gone. Oh, I'm losing my head. All right, just put half a teaspoon of pickling spice in each one. Oh, put it all over the stove because you got to cook it. There we go. All right. And then you ask yourself, why do you do this? Why? Because frankly, it's once in a lifetime experience when things like that happen to you. And if you can make these wild things, now I don't know if you guys remember. A few of you are going to be too young to remember this. A few of you are going to be so old you won't remember it. Some of you will be like, "Hey, I remember that like yesterday." So, remember back in the day when you used to walk into the bar and they had the thing of pickled sausage and the thing of pickled eggs on the counter? Well, I'm bringing it back. It turns out that my stepson Jake loves my pickled eggs. I mean, loves my pickled eggs. So we're trying out some new recipes and some different recipes and varying the basic recipe. No onions because I ran out of onions. You know how that is. So what we're doing is that's that swatch over there and this. But the only reason I'm not doing eggs today and I'm doing sausage today is because I ran out of jars. Yeah, I've got 25 jars of like quart jars. No, pint jars. 25 pints. It's 25 liters of pickled eggs. There's over a dozen eggs in each one. That's over 25 dozen eggs. I'm pressure cooking them using the Instapot. 2 minutes high pressure, and then natural evac, like natural cool off for 17 minutes, and then into the water. The easiest peelable eggs you'll ever have, whether they're fresh or old, doesn't matter. Even fresh farm eggs, they go crazy. So I'm going to say I've pickled and cooking a lot of eggs. And the reason I'm doing these eggs right now is I just heard back from Kathy that she's got some of these nice pint jars for me. Or quart jars. So she's got more quart jars for me, so I'll be able to continue on. But then now it's going to start to be the time of gifting because we just have too much. Just too much. But that's okay, because if we can share, that puts smiles on people's faces, and that's what we like to do. Now, on that note, I hope I don't run out of brine on my last one. That would suck. Maybe not. I should be okay. Man, did I make a mess. There it is. See what I mean? I'm going so far. Now I've got laundry going, and I did my outside chores already. You know, it's just one of them days, just giving her. But every now and then, it's good to give her so that in the middle of winter, if I'm craving some wild flavors, and I don't want to make said wild flavors, there we go. I can just grab and go, and that's the idea of it, right? Grab and go, not necessarily meals, but just grab and go snacks. Ooh, that one's way too full. There we go, that's better. You know, standard half-inch headspace, right? Half quart jars or half pint jars. No, these are pint jars. Oh my goodness, I'm going to lose I might get kicked out of the canning club for this. So half pint jars, put about almost a pound of meat in there. I know when I was doing the beef, I canned a whole bunch of beef. And somebody asked me, an older couple asked me if we could do it for smaller stuff, right? And I need to put a little more water in there, so I'll start up the kettle. Oh, and there goes my phone. It's always going. Everything's always working. But you know what? We're still going to try to do a breakfast sausage recipe, and we'll get her done. So, pickled eggs? Yeah, check. Yeah, I'll do a video. A full one. Oh, hold on. You know the routine. Water bath 20 minutes. Hit start. Make sure you're venting. We're now canning. Okay, this one here, 2 minutes. She's pressure cooking right now. So I got to get an ice water ready. Well, I got 17 minutes to do the ice bath. Okay, now the brine is done. I can get rid of it because I'm done that part of the day. Okay, so now what I'm trying to do is, the goal I'm trying to do is get these eggs cooked and peeled for tonight when I get more of these jars to get those pickled. Breakfast sausage. Oh, yeah. Okay, why don't you let me clean this up, and I'll get everything ready to rock and roll. I'll have the breakfast recipe down below, you know, right beside the like and subscribe buttons, just saying. And let's see if we can share it out a bit. This is my breakfast sausage recipe that I've worked on for probably 15 years. It's got a little bit of weird stuff in it, but not too bad. It goes way back in time from the origins, and so far it's the best one I got. In fact, the reason I'm doing it is somebody who got some patties last year has ordered more patties off me this year. So we're going to probably do it the usual way, but I'll have to put on my Sausage Samurai kit to do that. So, excuse me. Yeah, got all this. Yeah, got all that. Oh, my laundry just went, so got all that. Oh, there goes the phone again. Okay, how's this? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the actual sausage video. And I'll fill you in on all this other stuff later. All right? See you in a bit. Okay, the chaos is taken care of. You saw the pickled eggs and the pickled sausage and all the other stuff I was doing. Well, that's all good. Okay, now we are doing the breakfast sausage. Breakfast sausage recipe. This is my own. I worked on for years. Had help by Duncan Henry and Marinsky Brothers. Guys, thank you very much for everything. If you guys want to look them up, look up Duncan Henry on Marinsky March. He's had done a couple of past years. He had a little boy recently, so he's kind of been a little bit busy, as you can imagine. But okay, are you ready? Now I have all the ingredients in here. I have 2 kilos of ground pork here. Breakfast sausage, a little bit fattier, so it's like a medium, I would call it, but that's home ground. Okay, so 18 grams of salt, and this is per kilogram. So 18 grams of salt, 3 grams pepper, 2.5 grams sage, 7.7 grams nutmeg, 0.7 grams ginger, 1.1 gram thyme, 0.6 grams cayenne, and you can increase that if you want hotter, 100 grams of water, and 10 grams of binder. You don't even need it. If you're just doing this at home, quickie, don't worry about the binder. I would put in the water anyways because it just helps everything, meld. And those are rated, and I will put them down below, like I said, right by the subscribe. I'm not saying anything, just subscribe. And the like, please like. I'll put that down below. And again, this is per kilogram, so I'll mark that all out. But let's get going because this is a pretty quick thing, and I've got an order for this, so we're going to rock it. Let's rock. So, grab trusty dusty. Now it turns out that 200 grams of water, which is for 2 kilograms, works out to be just shy of 2 cups. Isn't that kind of cool? Okay, there's 2 kilograms. Smells like pork. I like pork. I wouldn't eat raw pork, but I like pork. Okay, you got that? This is all the ingredients here. You can see the chunky stuff there. That's the binder, right? So, but everything in, the fragrance with that, that ginger and nutmeg, I'm telling you, there's just something about it, just awesome. So dump it all in and dump in the 200 grams of water. Now, it's pretty easy, and I'd do that right here if I could, but I can't because I don't have an outlet here, although it's something to think about in the future. So I'm just going to put it on my mixer, lock it in, drop it down. 1 to start with the paddle, just 1. Let's it go nice and easy and constant, right? We're not trying to kill the meat. We're just trying to bind the meat, combine the meat, let's say, right? So while it's happening, I'll get set up for the next recipe. Oh, it's just mixing. I'm gonna see. Let's see if we can get a video of this mixing up. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get a bit jittery here, and I apologize. Okay, here we go. See, there's the meat. And now the cool thing about that is you can just go to your local grocery store and pick up ground pork. And see how that's going. And you see, if you see really closely, it does look a little sticky. But what we want it to do is to become sticky. Like when it sticks to your hands, that's when it makes a perfect sausage. Now, the reason we want to go that way, oh man, if you could smell this. The reason we want to do that is if you're putting in a casing or something like that, that's a good way to be, right? Now, just got to mix for a couple of minutes. And then we're going to go from here. Let's see if we can open this bad boy up. This is for the second batch. Same measurements and everything else, right? See the binder and everything in there? Oh my God, that smells good. Okay. Yeah, so I got an order for this sausage from the Maderos. Bless their hearts. They wanted sausage patties because they haven't had them for a while. I think I gave them some last year. So what I'm going to do with this is just patty it out. Remember me and my patty maker? Right? And we'll set this guy up. Oh, yeah, it's got to be a lot smaller. Patties, breakfast patties want to be thin because you kind of want them to shrink, right? Because that way they fit on the English muffin. And that's looking pretty good. Right there. We'll try that. Okay. So that's going to be it. Put this there. I should get a bowl, eh? Throw that in a bowl. That way you can do both and just go to town. Okay. And it's looking great. Okay, now wet your hands. Wet your hands is a good thing because meat does not stick to wet hands. Now, of course, I've washed my hands and washed everything before this. As you can see, the chaos from before. It's a very sanitary kitchen because you're doing so many things. You just keep it clean, keep water going. You keep your like your soap and your dishwater there, always hot, always ready to rock and roll because you don't know, you're just doing stuff upon stuff upon stuff. Okay, so Here we go. Ready? Boom. See, it'll come off almost like a dough. And it smells really good. Now you can tell, you can look, there's no spots of certain spices or anything like that, right? So you know it's looking really good. And that's just going in the garbage anyways, and I won't need this knife again. So even though I'm covered in pork sausage, which is not a bad thing, I'm telling you. Just dump this guy in there. And I'll throw that in the garbage, which I've got to take out because it's going to get stinky. Okay, now I'm washing my hands again because I want them clean and ready to go, right? Now, we repeat the process. It's rinse and repeat until we get it ready for sausaging, right? So for sausage packing, so to speak. So I've got this. I got to get my cold water. Cold water, cold, cold, cold. Cold is good, remember. Cold in sausage making is a very good thing, right? So cold, ice cold water, not long in the mixer. I should be throwing that in the fridge right now, but it's so cold that I'm not worried about it. There we go. Those guys. Yeah, that smells good. Oh, you want to see what I did yesterday? Check this out. Pickled sausage. Hey? Let's turn this on here. There we go. See that? Pickled salami, I think. Pretty excellent. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm happy. I can't taste it for about a week, at least 7 to 10 days, because I just don't, cut the mustard. So, got my water, got my seasonings. This has to go in that. Mixy. Then I'll bring you back. Well, actually, it's not even going to take that long to mix. I don't even need to bring you back. Remember, put it down, put it on one. Let it do its thing. Let it mix up. Let it combine. And for these guys here, all we got to do is patty them. And patting them is easy. I'm not going to worry about weights or anything like that because this is just for, this isn't a high-paying customer. But you take your ball, pretty mushy, put it on there. A little more. Put a thing on top. The reason I do the thing on top, thing on bottom, that way it doesn't make the machine messy. Oh, we got to do a little more. That's a pretty good looking patty, though. I'm not going to lie. Okay, make sure it's lined up on the machine. Drop the top. Give it a push. Much better. Okay. But this is messy. So, all I'm going to be doing is doing this. Any questions or anything? I'm sorry I didn't do the sourdough recipe. I just got inundated with stuff. We literally fell into 400 dozen eggs. And I'm going to sneeze, so hold on. Pepper and harvest. That's all I'm saying. So I fell into a whole bunch of stuff. We're pickling eggs. We're pickling sausage. We're doing everything. We are preserving like crazy. Xander came up to me this morning and said, Dad, I really want spaghetti tonight. And I was like, oh, crap. I got to find the beef because it's buried in my freezers under a whole bunch of stuff. And then I thought, what do we have? What did we do not long ago that could help in the spaghetti? We canned beef. So I'm going to make Xander spaghetti tonight. That's going to take me all about 10 minutes. All because we canned that beef in that Nesco, which is over there, by the way, because I'm not canning today, in the Nesco canner. And shout out, Naomi, she bought a Nesco. She came up to me today with a big smile and said, I can chicken, and it was so easy. So let's make it roll. Okay, I'll let you go right now. I'll bring you back when I figure out how much we have in total and go from there. Also, Xander wanted to try some ground. Like I make him a breakfast sandwich every morning. So with the farm eggs and then the farm made sausage, he wants to just try something ground. So I'm going to just leave it and then fry it up and, and like mush it up sort of like hamburger and see if that goes into a sandwich better because I got a couple of days left. So on that, I'll be back in a flash. So don't go anywhere. Get your popcorn ready. This is not going to take very long. Okay, we're back. Well, that's how many patties I got. Each stack is 4 breakfast patties. So that's what, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 48 patties, plus a little baggie of stuff. And remember, I was going to say what I was going to try with Xander. Check that out. And it smells so good. So it saves you doing it. But the big thing is, that with a couple of Pattie things from JB's, you know, my favorite supply store. Shout out to JB's. Hold on. I'm kicking it up. I'm going to put you back on here so I can talk. All right, here we go. So yeah, JB's Supply, that's what these little Pattie papers are for. They are parchment paper. They do really well. Oh, I can just smell that sausage cooking in the background. I'm going to have go have some breakfast here, guys. So the Pattie papers are cheap like borscht. Pick them up at you can probably pick them up even on Amazon. Just look for burger Pattie papers. They might work really well. Also, this was easy. Get some stuff from your local grocery store or when it goes on sale. Bring it home. I'm putting the recipe down below. And it's really easy to put together. So, Pattie's breakfast sausage is one of the best, the biggest, and man, right now it smells in here like, you know, that Sunday morning when you're coming downstairs and you smell the coffee and you smell that, oh, what's that fragrant, spicy flavor I'm smelling, but it's not too spicy. Oh, I want some of that. That's what it smells like right now in here, and this is why I'm sharing the recipe with you. So, I hope you enjoy my in the works for 15 years making breakfast sausage video. Well, the video wasn't in the works for 15 years, but the recipe sure was. Welcome to all the new viewers. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know it's kind of gloomy outside today. You saw my chaos at the beginning of this video. Now my chaos has mellowed, and I'm back in my zone. Have an awesome day, guys. Sask Pride. Shout out to everybody who needs it. Pat on the back to everybody who deserves it, which is everybody. And also, remember, comment. Give me some suggestions. What would you like to see next? It's coming into butcher season pretty quick here, and you know how that's going to go. I do have somebody who viewed last night, I believe, because we are getting a new addition to our family. Old man Jake has passed, and he will be missed. You know, my big Labradoodle, 14 and a half years old. But he's in a better place, and I'll see him up there, you know. So my heart hurts for him. But these people from just outside of Saskatoon have got a dog they have to rehome, a 5-month-old. And we're in negotiations right now, and we're bringing her home. And I'll introduce you to her when we get her here and see if she becomes another photogenic addition to Ask Todd. Now, I better go mix that stuff because it's going to get crazy. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next video. Sorry, peeps. Had to do an ad too because this turned out so good. Check this out. This is the scramble of the sausage meat with some cheese on a bun. Does that not look fantastic? It smells so good. It's like a little omelet waiting for you you can embrace and just, that's the ground sausage. So I kept a little bit back so we can try it again. All right, that's it. Okay, now I'm really out. Bye.